Hello there. So today I'm going to go through Abraham Lincoln's inaugural address, a piece of it. Last time I went through George Washington's. My understanding is President's Day is to honor both of them, so I decided this week to honor them. I'm going to make videos talking about pieces from their inaugural address. So now I'm going to go through Abraham Lincoln's. Before I go through this piece from Abraham Lincoln's, I want to point out, as far as I know with Abraham Lincoln, he's very fondly thought of. He's admired and looked at really well, and people know stuff that he's done. They know about ending slavery and all that stuff. But I don't know how many actually know his inaugural address or things he said. As I think President's Day should be a good day to do that once a year. Just go through something, maybe the week. Maybe make a week out of it. Spend a few minutes trying to get to know our presidents for President's Day. Maybe just do it throughout the week. Anyhow, so here's something he said that I don't think people really know he said or would even think that he said. And I think it's relevant to our times. A lot of people that may say Abraham Lincoln was great, and then they'll also say, well, let's go to the presidents for answers for things. They may not realize Abraham Lincoln himself actually has the reverse view of that based off what it says here. So let's get to what it says here without further ado. I have no purpose, directly or indirectly, to interfere with the institution of slavery in the states where it exists. I believe I have no lawful right to do so, and I have no inclination to. This is to do so. This is basically saying I'm not going to do anything for this. This is your guys' problems. I'm the president. My job is not to take care of your states. That's not my job. And that's true. That's not the president's job to take care of the states. The states are supposed to have a function of their own and work on their own and do function how they're supposed to function. And it's a federalist system for the states. And we have a country of people that think, let's look to the president. What does the president think? What's the president going to do? Here is a president, one of the most admired presidents of the United States, saying, "What are you going to do? I'm not doing something. This is not my place to do anything here. It's your place. You do something." Abraham Lincoln, one of the most admired, most fondly thought of presidents of all time in America. So, and there's a lot to get through here. He talks about minorities. He talks about different things. It's really incredible. And I imagine if Democrats, the left, were to actually go through the speech, they would denounce Abraham Lincoln like that. Say, no, he didn't really abolish slavery. Look at this evidence. Look, he didn't abolish slavery. He's not even for it. Look, those who nominated and elected me did so with full knowledge that I had made this and many similar declarations and had never recanted them. And more than this, they place in the platform for my acceptance as a law to themselves and to me the clear and emphatic resolution which I now read. Meaning, you guys have to deal with the issues with the slavery, not me. He's a president known to have abolished slavery. Here he is in his inaugural address saying the way to deal with slavery is you guys. He didn't go come out and say here in his first inaugural address here, say, I'm here fighting against slavery, vote for me. That does not seem to be what happened at all, based off this inaugural address. So either this inaugural address is disingenuous, dishonest, and fake, or the country had to figure it out for itself. And I don't know. This is just based off the first inaugural address. I can't base everything what happened off of it, but there's a lot here. He was voted into office. He was voted into office again, and it seems to me there's a reason he's respected as is, and maybe we can learn things from what he said and actually take that into account when considering things, how we should view presidents, what we should view from presidents. We should understand from presidents what the role of the president is. What is the role of the president? How many of you actually know what the role of the president is? I don't think people really understand what the role of the president is. Based off everything I've heard about what the role of the president is, it's basically a representative for the country, not even somebody particularly directly involved with things. And maybe for foreign affairs and different things, the president does have jobs, but with direct involvement with what exactly within the country, I don't even know what people know about that. How it's supposed to be. I think people are just they understand the president as the idea of a king, but he's not technically a king. But they might think like the same kind of job description for a king, and like let's just vote like people. A lot of people, as far as I know, they just vote four times, once every 4 years for the president. They're not really dealing with what's going on with their state. Then they have a problem, and they think their problem is because of the president. When based off Abraham Lincoln saying here, The president is the issue you may be having is your state. If you have a problem with slavery, that's for the state to figure out. It's not his place to figure it out. And what could he do? What's he supposed to do? Is he supposed to force the actual governor, mayor, whoever it is, the legislators, to change their laws, to change what's going on with their taxes, change what's going on with their social programs, to change what's going on with anything? I'm not sure people really they grasp anything what's going on here, and this is really bad. This is not a good thing for the country that we don't really know. We can't even say what the president is for. I don't think that's just me saying that. I think that's actually real. I think if I were to right now take a survey of people and ask them what is the job of the president, they would have some vague idea of what they would even like say. Nothing specific, nothing concrete, and that's really sad. And we should actually do better, and we should from now on maybe try treating President's Day as a day we're going to actually try understanding our presidents better, what a president is supposed to do, and all that stuff, and learn to maybe appreciate the country better, understand what the country's about, understand the good, what we're for, what the politics is about, what the politics was. There's a lot to be grateful and appreciative to, and all that stuff, and understand and learn. And yeah, it just seems to me that people just don't know what's going on with this, and it kind of boggles my mind how this has been allowed to happen, and schools aren't really delving into the stuff and properly teaching and educating the children on these things and on these important speeches and different things that's the cause for this country to be what it is. If you don't really know what's going on with it, how we got to where we got to, how we got rid of everything, you're really just going to fall back to repeating the same mistakes. That's how it works. History repeats itself. Basically, when you don't know what caused the history to do what it did in the first place. So we're basically repeating history, going back, as far as I can tell, back to Revolutionary War times in a large way, more than Civil War times. I think we're going back to a place where it's just like we're for the country or against the country. Civil War wasn't really for or against the country; it was about politics within the country and a war within the politics of America for America, as far as I know. This is more like, are we actually is this a country for America or against America? As the Revolutionary War was Americans versus people who were against American. Anyhow, that's all I got for that. All the best, and thanks for watching.